I strongly believe that Pete Crow Armstrong could garnish a contract extension upwards of $170 million. Let me explain. It's to no surprise the Chicago Cubs tried locking up Pete Crow Armstrong in spring training. That's what MLB.com has reported. MLB.com reported that that figure was around $75 million, but PCA didn't like it. PCA, he declined it with his agent, and he chose to gamble on himself, and that is paying dividends for Pete Crow Armstrong. Up to that point with Pete Crow Armstrong, he was not playing well. He was not playing well. So that $75 million I thought was a fair number for him. Obviously, Pete Crow Armstrong's ceiling, I should just say PCA because it's a lot shorter. But PCA's ceiling, no one really knows what his ceiling is because how incredible he is in all aspects of the game. He could run the bases extremely well. He could steal bags as he pleases. He plays the best outfield defense in baseball, and it's not even close. I'm not even kidding. He's going to win a Gold Glove every single year he's in this damn league if he stays healthy, right? So, what is PCA's ceiling? What can we expect out of PCA while he continues to develop into his own body as he gets older and more experienced? And quite frankly, I don't have an answer to that question. I don't. If you see what PCA is doing this year, let's just read off some of his stats, right? 60 for 219. He has 42 runs, 14 homers, 49 RBIs, 16 stolen bases, 9 walks, which is kind of an issue to me, but a 274 batting average and a 303 on base. He's doing everything really well except for he's not walking enough, in my opinion. Um, he's very jumpy at the plate. I feel like he wants to do too much at the plate at all times when he should really focus on just taking a bag every now and then. Because if PCA just learns how to take a walk, you're going to see his stolen base numbers skyrocket, right? You don't always have to get on. You don't always have to get on through the hit, right? You could just draw a walk. So I want to see his strikeouts, decrease and his walks increase. And if we see that, there is no telling what this guy can do in his entire career. There's really not. But let's talk about what PCA's new contract could look like. And I'm gonna go off of what San Diego did with Jackson Merrill in San Diego, right? Um, San Diego Padres, they signed Jackson Merrill to a 9-year contract extension worth $135 million with a team option, right? So a 10-year deal pretty much. That is a wonderful deal for a young kid like Jackson Merrill. But is $135 million enough to sign PCA? I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is because the league, the Players Association, was already extremely upset and pissed off at Jackson Merrill and his agent for accepting that $135 million contract extension because that was way under what Jackson Merrill's contract should have been like. They actually gave a team friendly deal to their ball club because how much he enjoys playing in San Diego, right? So if PCA turned down $75 million, right, and Jackson Merrill took a team friendly deal of $135 million, that just goes to show that PCA definitely rates a contract upwards of 100 and let's say 60 million. I'm just throwing a number out there, but I could see that, 160, 170, 180. PCA has been the better player. He has he has a much better ceiling than Jackson Merrill, and that's crazy to say. I already went over PCA's numbers. This kid is turning into a legitimate superstar, cornerstone player, right? If every team can redraft, right, players for the future, PCA would be on top of that list because he checks all the boxes. He got the aura, the charismatic. He has everything. He could hit. He could field. Right. He's a great clubhouse guy. The players love him. He's the entire package. So I think that if Jed Hoyer is serious about locking up PCA, in which he absolutely should, because PCA is such a young guy, he's still so young, right? So if you sign him to that 9-year contract extension, we could have him till he's like 30, 31 years old, which he's still be in his prime, right? And he can go out there and get another contract extension. But I think 180 million, 170 million mark, I think that could get the job done for him. And that $75 million contract extension for PCA, that aligns more so with a guy like Lawrence Butler or Ezekiel Tovar. Those are similar contract extensions that they got with their respective ball clubs in the Athletics as well as the Colorado Rockies, right? And everyone knows PCA is better than those two players. He has a higher floor ceiling. And I keep saying floor ceiling because PCA is only 23 years old. He's so young and no one knows what he's actually capable of doing. We saw a sneak peek this year, but guess what? He's still so young. He only has like what 1 year of service time, and he's already doing this. So that's why he's going to get a much larger contract extension than both of those guys, as well as Jackson Merrill, right? But I want to hear your guys' opinions. What do you guys think? Do you think PCA is worth a contract extension over $170 million or $180 million? What kind of contract extension would you guys want to see out of PCA and Jed Hoyer? And drop a comment down below and a like. With the way things are standing at the moment, with PCA as our center fielder every day and Kyle Tucker as our right fielder every day, that could be one of the most lethal combos in all of baseball, right? That is extreme amount of talent in the outfield, and that's not even talking about what Ian Happ is capable of in left field, right? If the Cubs are serious to their fans and they're loyal to their fans and care about winning, we are going to re-sign both of these guys and get these contracts done. Obviously, PCA has 5 years left on his contract, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. But Kyle Tucker, he is a free agent next year, and the Cubs cannot afford to lose out on him. The Cubs have all the money in the world. They're a top 3 marketable team in baseball. So, yes, a contract better get done for Kyle Tucker. And at some point, I want to see a contract extension done out of PCA as well. But like I said before, I'm very curious to see what you guys' opinions are, what you guys feel is a fair contract for PCA, hell, and even Kyle Tucker, right? Let's have a debate down in the comments and let's get at it. So with that being said, always keep the faith, go Cubs, and I am the Cubby Perspective. Out.